Another month has passed by, which means a few new Mac games have arrived on Mac. Let's take a look back at what's arrived for us with the top 8 new Mac games of February 2019. Starting at number 8, we have Dusk. This game was ported to Mac on the 7th of February. It is a really hectic shooter. It is clearly inspired by classic 90s first-person shooter games. Perhaps this could be Doom and Quake, for instance. Dusk is more aimed towards that type of audience, so if that is what you're interested in playing, Dusk is a perfect first-person shooter game for you. You'll be battling frightening monsters and will have access to a vast arsenal of weapons, i.e. sickles, swords, crossbows, rifles, double-barreled shotguns, and much more. There are 3 campaigns here, but there is also an endless survival mode. Dusk has very low requirements, so most Mac models from 2009 and up can support it. Number 7 is The Stillness of the Wind. Welcome to an adventure game with a quiet atmosphere that also explores life and loss. The Stillness of the Wind follows an old woman named Talma, who lives a simple life. Players will develop her personal routine, care for the farm and animals, make food, grow plants, and explore. It's up to you on how to spend Talma's time each day, as she comes closer to the end of her days, suffering from something we will all eventually face: old age. The Stillness of the Wind can run on most Macs from 2011 and up. Number 6, we have Civilization VI: Gathering Storm. This is the second expansion to Civilization VI, and the developers of the expansion say that the game is more alive than ever before. The expansion brings environmental effects such as volcanoes, storms, climate change, floods, and droughts. Plus, there is heaps of other new content here also. 7 new world wonders, 7 natural wonders, 18 units, 15 improvements, 9 new buildings, 5 new districts, 2 new city sets, 9 new techs, and 10 new civs have been added. Remember, this content requires the base game in order to play, and it's best played on Macs from 2014 and up. Number 5 is Batman: Arkham City. Great news, guys. Arkham City is now a 64-bit application, which supports Feral Interactive's latest code libraries and polish from Apple's Metal graphics API. If you are running macOS 10.4 Mojave, you can update your copy of Arkham City on the Mac App Store or Steam. I ran this game on my 2018 15-inch MacBook Pro at 1080p ultra settings, and I receive around 55 to 60 FPS, which is really great. This game looks absolutely stunning, even still today. I know this isn't a new game, but I thought I should share it as it's one of the best action-adventure games on Mac, and it's now the best time to play it. Arkham City can run on most Mac models from 2012 and up. Number 4, we have Streets of Red: Devil's Dare Deluxe. If you're into arcade fighting games, you might like this one. It is a rather short game, but it has been designed to be played over and over, offering new content on each playthrough. There are 6 playable characters here, all which have different abilities and attack types. It's quite a funny game, and it has references everywhere. References to other games in the same genre, and references to movies. You can also play the game in 4-player local multiplayer co-op. This game can run on most Macs from 2008 and up.
God bless you! Stay still!
Number 3 is Steel Rats. In February, Steel Rats was ported to Mac. It's a different kind of side-scrolling platformer, as it all takes place in a more 3D environment. You can switch lanes with your motorbike to go on different paths and avoid obstacles. Steel Rats is full of action. The motorbike can be used to cut through enemies, obstacles, and you can also shoot enemies, and you can have different power-ups as well to combat the enemies. The game has great level designs and music, but the controls are very different, and it can take you quite a while to get the hang of it. Steel Rats requires a metal compatible graphics card, which means it should work on most Macs from 2014 and up, but I'm actually just guessing there.
Hey! Is anyone there? I'm ready. In the mine! You guys hear me?
Number 2, we have Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus. Great news, in February this game became fully supported for macOS. The Warhammer games are not shy about coming over to our Mac platform, that is for sure, even if they sometimes take a little while. In Mechanicus, which is a turn-based tactical game, you take control of the most advanced army in the Imperium, known as the Adeptus Mechanicus. Mechanicus is full of decision making, which actually affects the outcome of a mission you are undertaking. You can customize your army, control them, manage resources, and discover new techs. Mechanicus is quite a demanding game, so it's best played on Macs from 2015 and up.
For the machine is immortal.
And finally, number 1, we have Tannenberg. Tannenberg finally left early access, becoming a full release game. It's a First World War first-person shooter with 64 player battles set on the Eastern Front. It's not like your typical online FPS game, it's more realistic and it has strategy elements to it. You can't just go in guns blazing. Tannenberg just isn't meant to be played like that. You need to plan your shots carefully, make sure you're safe from coming gunfire, and work with your teammates to push back the opposing online players. The guns here are also very authentic and can be quite difficult to use at first, so you're going to have to a bit of a learning curve, I suppose. And if you're shot by an opposing player, you typically go down by only a few body hits. Anyway, Tannenberg should work on most Macs from 2014 and up, but I can't confirm this. February wasn't a bad month. I wish we had some more games, but I'm still happy with the few games we've got here. Let's now look forward to March, which is typically packed full of new Mac games. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.